VIP is on location at Jungle Cat Research in Cut and Shoot, Texas, where their mission and vision blend together in dedication to restoring and preservation of endangered carnivores. We will be talking with founder Reginald Lefty Parr to get an inside look at this unique facility and see the cats up close. Good morning, Lefty, and thank you so much for having us at your facility. Please tell us a little bit more about Jungle Cat Research.
Well, Jungle Cat Research, I founded a few years back for the restoration and preservation of the endangered carnivores. I'm putting breeding programs in place to try to help keep them from becoming extinct. I'm building a veterinary hospital here with 3 research labs. Hopefully when it's completed, we'll be able to start sperm banking and gene registry programs with the zoos all over the world. I'd like to be able to work real closely with a lot of your large game reserves in Kenya, Zimbabwe, Nairobi, Southeast Asia, and India, and that sort of thing.
So how long have you actually been doing this preservation and this research with the cats? How long have you actually worked with the larger carnivores?
I've been working with the big cats. Goodness, it was a childhood dream, actually. I wanted to be a lion tamer when I was 6 years old. Started training animals when I was 8 years old. I started, of course, with dogs. By the time I was 16, I was so bored with dogs, there was no challenge in it for me. At the ripe old age of 16, I was blessed and honored enough to be able to acquire my first Siberian tiger. And it's been a challenge and a love affair ever since. And that's been over 40 years that I've worked with them on a daily basis.
That's amazing. What is it like to actually work with them, you know, touch them and, you know, just be around their personalities? What is that like for you?
Oh goodness, it's a blessing actually. I can't describe the feeling when you have an animal like this or of this magnitude. It's phenomenal. To be able to deliver them at birth and raise them up on baby bottles. For the most part, most of them are like my children. Don't get me wrong, they're still wild and dangerous animals. But to me, I see a different side of them. They all have different personalities and different likes and dislikes. And if you raise them up from cubs, you learn about their likes and dislikes pretty fast. Like I say, it's an honor for me to be in their presence and to be accepted as one of them is just phenomenal.
Wow, I can't imagine what that must be like. I'm sure our viewers are interested in that as well. Not everybody gets an experience like this. I mean, most of us just see them in a zoo setting, if you will, and we don't get that up and close experience with these animals and see that side that you get to see. And then, of course, you know, we watch them on TV and people show us some of their abilities in the natural habitat, but nothing like this, where you actually get to, you know, feed them and raise them and take care of them. So I can just imagine it must be wonderful. So Lefty, please tell us what is on the agenda. What goals do you have, or what kind of projects are you working on for the facility now?
I'd like to be able to start working with a lot of your large game reserves to help keep the big cats from becoming extinct in Africa and Zimbabwe, Nairobi, Kenya, Southeast Asia, India, and that sort of thing. So hopefully we'll be able to start sperm banking and gene registry with the zoos all over the world, that sort of thing. I'm also putting in parks and petting zoos, and I'm donating the parks and the petting zoos to the children free of charge. I would like a place available here in the near future for families to be able to come and bring their children and have picnics and birthday parties in the park and spend good quality time with their kids. We're also trying to implement art programs in the schools to help educate the children. Public education and awareness is very high on my agenda. If I don't bring the children on board, we're going to lose the battle for the big cats anyway. All I can do is start the ball off rolling and hand it over to future generations. The art programs in the schools start off at pre-kindergarten through 12th grade. the way the art program works, the children can paint, draw, or sculpt any endangered carnivore of their choice. First, second, third place winners of the art contest, we auction the children's artwork off at our fundraisers. Half the money goes for the child's college education and scholarships that we'll sponsor. The other half goes for research. So the children are actually helping to save the big cats too. From the 5th grade up, the children have a much larger challenge ahead of them. From the 5th grade up, the child has to do an essay. Large cats in the wild, especially your tigers and your jaguars, they spend over half their life in the water in the wild.
Really? I did not know that at all. So they like the water. See, because normally house cats, although it's somewhat different, they don't like water at all. So I would assume that big cats wouldn't like it either, but they do. They spend a lot of time in the water.
Several of the species of the big cats love the water. Out-swimming duck. They're just wonderful swimmers. They love the water. I've put waterfalls in place here at the facility, and we have a day nursery for the baby cubs. And the waterfalls I've put in place so that the baby cubs will actually be able to frolic and play in the water and be much more soothing and comfortable atmosphere for them. We're hoping that we'll have the golden heterocycus gene offsprings born here at the facility this spring.
So they'll be breeding then, I assume, here on your facility from your own cats that you have now, and you'll be bringing offspring from that, correct?
And we plan to also, with the sperm banking and gene registry programs, with the pure bovines that we still have in existence in India and Southeast Asia, Nairobi, and different places, with those genetic banks in place, we'll be able to do a lot of artificial inseminations and in vitro inseminations and that sort of thing with surrogate mothers, and we'll be able to actually deliver them here. And our long-range projection, 12 to 15 years from now, I plan on doing some release programs so that we can start releasing some of them back into their own natural habitat. The release programs, that part of the facility will be closed off. Goodness, it'll have 22-foot game fences around it with electric tops. Those animals are not going to be socialized with humans from cubs. They will have more of a predatory, natural instinct as far as the instinct of their survival instincts.
And that will actually obviously help them to adapt better when they're released.
I couldn't look myself in the mirror every morning knowing that I possibly could have made a change and stood by and done nothing and lost them. When they're gone forever.
So Lefty, please tell us, how many cats do you have here at your facility?
Well, we have 4 tigers. We have Kalal. Kalal means trusted friend in Swahili, by the way. Kalal is a sub-adult. He's about approximately 5 years old now. And he weighs a little over 700 pounds. He's a big boy. And then we have Cheyenne, his future mate. She's average size. She's about 300, 350 pounds. We also have Tigger 1 and Tigger 2. They're both little Bengal tigers. And they average about 350 pounds apiece.
What are the age of all of the cats that you have?
The 2 Bengals, goodness, Tigger 2 is the oldest lady we have here on the facility. She's almost 25. Tigger 1 is 11. We also have a South American puma named Deacon. A Deacon is 14.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And then we have Tasha. Tasha is a Cougar Puma cross. She's a hybrid. Tasha's about, I'm going to say around 125 pounds. She's a female. Of course, your males are always bigger than the females.
Did you say you had a cat that was 25 years old?
Yes.
Wow. How long do they actually live? What is their lifespan usually?
In the wild, 6 to 8 years is generally their lifespan. They have a horrible, rough life in the wild. They can walk out through the bush, step on a thorn, they get an infection, and they die. To say nothing of smugglers, poachers, predators. We're wiping their homelands out at such a phenomenal rate. in this situation, they have the best of everything. We feed them basically chicken and horse meat. We add ash, magnesium, phosphorus, and all the vitamin B complexes to their meals on a weekly basis. They're on a very high protein diet. In the wild, they don't get that. So they're able to not only grow into their full potential, but if they get sick, then they have the best medication and the best treatment that's affordable. Yes, in these circumstances, goodness, we're able to help them live longer and happier lives.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, all of this is fascinating information. I'm sure there is so much that some of our viewers didn't know and we have learned today. So we really appreciate you sharing this information with us. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to see some cats. Are you ready to show us some cats?
I'm ready.